Snoop Mom and Moms, what's up? Snoop Mom here. Today you are in for a treat. We have the one and only Shannon, and I'm gonna have her introduce herself, but really today is something that is of close to my heart, which is all about postpartum care and how we do it differently. There's a lot of options out there. For some of you, you don't even know what postpartum care is because that was never, instilled in you, and you didn't even know that there is this beautiful sacred window that you should be resting and taking care of yourself and replenishing. And so today I want to highlight one modality, which is the Ayurveda way. And I'll let Shannon introduce herself and we'll jump into some questions. So Shannon, take it away.
Hello, so I'm Shannon Weiss. I am an Ayurvedic postpartum caregiver, but also I specialize in Reiki and also postnatal yoga, which I just started. So I'm really excited to get that off the ground. And I'm also a twin mom. My twins they're almost 20 months now, which is kind of wild, but yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. So for all of our watchers out there, can you just tell us what is Ayurveda?
Yeah, so Ayurveda is a really old Indian science. It's been around for thousands of years, and it really focuses on just whole body health and just really tuning in to who you are as a person, and then creating that lifestyle that helps you feel and be the best you. And it's really about preventative medicine too. So you don't wait till you're not feeling well to fix yourself. You're just constantly on that motion of healing every day. And we all practice Ayurveda. We just don't realize it. So it's about just tuning in and understanding what it actually is too.
Awesome. So I know I just had my second baby, who is 8 weeks old, and with my first child, I had a birthing doula, but I didn't even really know that a postpartum doula existed.
Yeah.
So can you tell everyone what is a postpartum doula, but then more importantly, what's an Ayurveda doula?
Yeah, absolutely. A postpartum doula is someone who comes into your home after a baby's born. And it can be your birth doula too. Sometimes there's full spectrum doulas, but if there's not, then yeah, finding a postpartum doula is so important. They come into your home and they can set up lactation stations where you have like snacks and teas wherever you are breastfeeding in the house. They help you with baby. They help you, bond. That can include like housekeeping too, meal preparation, walking your dog. And also helping your partner too, like getting in tune and in touch with you and your new baby. I think that's also a really important piece, is just helping you guys find your rhythm as a family.
Got it. And then specifically, what's an Ayurveda doula?
Yeah, so an Ayurveda doula really focuses on that sacred window, which is the first 42 days after a baby's born.
And why is it 42 days?
So they say 42 days for 42 years. So it's about those first 6 weeks after baby's born is when you are the most vulnerable and when you need to feel the most nourished and heal. So Ayurveda really focuses on keeping mom like in bed, like just stay in bed and like stay warm, wrapped up in blankets, being fed nourishing broths and different kinds of rice and veggies, and also helping you, again, like bond with your baby and helping with lactation support. But all of that really comes down to just the individual family and the woman, and understanding what their dosha and their constitution is, and being able to bring that into their home too. And yeah, I think it's really, in my mind, it's about like, I just see mom in bed, like just with blankets, holding baby, being brought food, and yeah, just focus on that healing and that bonding.
Got it. So you said something interesting, doshas, constitutions. So for anyone out there that doesn't know what that is, what is it?
Yeah, so everyone has a different body type and a different way that their body works, I guess. So in Ayurveda, there's 3 doshas. There's the Pitta, the Kapha, and the Vata. And we all embody these, but we usually are more dominant in one or the other. And sometimes there are tridoshas, but it's a little more rare. Like for example, I am a Pitta, and I think that you are too.
Yep.
And what that means is just that we already have more fire in our digestion. And so if we eat really spicy food, that might make us feel like really hot and like sweat and just make us feel like more groggy and ill.
Yeah.
And so we want to tame that fire as Pitta dominant, and we want to make foods that are more cooling to our system, which could be like a cool cucumber soup or something, you know, like, and especially in the Ayurveda world, in the postpartum window, having something that's cooling for the mom, if she is Pitta dominant, is like really important.
Got it. So based on your dosha, let's say pre-pregnancy, does that change after you give birth?
Yeah, so all moms are have a Vata imbalance when you first give birth, because it's air. So if you just think about how you've been with your baby, like growing your baby, you're 100% like bonded and connected for 9 months, and then your baby's disconnected from you and is earthside now, and that just leaves an empty space in that womb. And so our focus is to like bind it, heal it, nourish it, and keep it warm, just as if baby was still there in a way. And it helps you to, you know, feel nourished, and the warm keeps coming up for me. But yeah, you just want to be warm so that you don't feel that empty space. And it really does reduce like postpartum depression and anxiety. Definitely normal to have baby blues, but if you have an Ayurvedic postpartum caregiver, I think that it definitely reduces that.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So kind of talking about doshas, constitutions, and a lot of it's based around food. What are some of the other pillars of Ayurveda in the postpartum period?
Yeah, so we focus on massage for mom and baby. We could bring yoga into the practice too, because yoga and Ayurveda are, you know, they're sister sciences and they go hand in hand. And then also, I mean, besides the food piece, just helping with mom and baby and whatever facet that is, bringing the partner in. So there definitely is a lot of like teas and snacks that'll help with lactation support.
Okay.
Like fenugreek is amazing. I make like little energy balls that are just like dried mangoes and dates and coconut, and it gives the mom, it's an easy snack just to grab, and it also gives you that sustainable energy to kind of just like keep going, you know. And you know, breastfeeding takes a lot out of you, so it's very, very important to also eat foods and drink the teas that are 100% nourishing, that are going to help in that aid and make you feel good too.
Got it. Necessary, I agree.
Totally.
So yeah, I'd say there's so many types of lines of work with birth, you know, both pre and post, but I'm so interested to find out, how did you find this? How did you find Ayurveda, and how did you get into this line of work? Yeah,
so I was a teacher for a really long time, and always kind of felt like I was like a natural healer. And then I got pregnant, and just already kind of living that holistic lifestyle, I like knew that I wanted to like have that unmedicated, like no intervention birth.
Yeah.
Whether that be at home, even in the hospital, or in a birth center. And so I like immediately started looking into that. Then at my 8-week appointment, they're like, "Oh, you're having twins." Yay. And so they're like, every door is gonna get slammed in your face pretty much. And you know, that was like a hard pill to swallow a little bit. Like my vision like definitely didn't play out.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end I did have 2 healthy babies, and they're amazing and they're thriving, which, you know, it's really important. But I like immediately knew that I needed to help other moms and women and families just have the best like birth and postpartum experience possible. So when the twins were like 8 weeks old, I became a birth doula. And then after that, I just like realized that I had not looked at myself in the mirror like at all. I was like, I haven't focused on my own healing, especially after having 2 babies at once. Like, and pretty much since day 10, like being by myself, like, cause my husband had to go back to work and, just didn't have a lot of family in and out of the house, did not have a doula, birth or post. And so yeah, I started looking into that, and I had a calling to the postpartum world, and then I was introduced to Ayurveda, and I just knew. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I have to do, and that's been my journey ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else? What else do we need to know about? Yeah, so I guess if there's one word of advice, being in this line of work, what would the word of advice, or what wisdom could you leave with moms and families that are expecting?
Yeah, I think just be an advocate for yourself and for your family, and just listen to yourself. Like, you have a strong intuition as a woman, and you're born to do this. And I think just tapping into that feminine wisdom it's been more powerful for me postpartum, but I think if you're more aware of it also while you're growing your baby, like, you're gonna change the world, I just think just really tapping into that wisdom that's already inside you, and just being an advocate for yourself, because you got this. You're gonna do great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Shannon, so much good information. There's so much to explore and keep digging deeper in. So for people that are interested in knowing what services you offer and just learning more about you and Ayurveda, where can they find you?
Yeah, so I do have a website, it's doublethelovedoula.com. I am on Facebook and Instagram, both the same plug. Double the Love Doula on Instagram has the underscores after each word.
Okay.
But so it's the same name all across the board. And
beautiful. We'll definitely link all of that below for anyone that wants to find you and follow you and potentially be the recipient of this amazing type of meals that are delivered to you and or in-home care that is necessary. So thank you so much for the time and all the good work you're doing for all the moms and families out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Bye.